You're listening to the WBT Podcast with Micah Lodge. Listen to all of our podcasts at www.wbtpod.com. Stay informed. Let's get started.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
And welcome to another podcast of the WBT. Well, this past week, we learned one more lesson from individuals that we admire. And the lesson comes from the great singer Aretha Franklin. She teaches us one last lesson. She taught us through her songs and through her grace and how she acted through life. But Aretha Franklin, she was a legend. I mean, she was out there. She had been out there ever since I remember her ever since I was a little kid. And I remember watching her in the 1960s, and I was really young at that time, but I remember her. So what lesson did we learn from her? Well, with all of her success, she forgot one thing in life: to plan for her estate. She left no will. I think she had about $80 million worth of assets, but no will. So now it goes into probate. And probate can take a very long time. I've learned because I'm going through probate with my mother's death over a year and a half ago. Now, the Queen of Soul, she left no will, and here's the problem. She had 4 sons. So her 4 sons now have to file legal documents with the probate court in Michigan. So this will take a while because the probate court will want to know every single asset that she had. And then they'll have to figure out the taxes and everything else that need to be paid on whatever cash is sitting in there, or assets that need to be sold off, or anything. So I've always said to all of my clients out there, in fact, last year I made a point of this when they came into the office: do you have a will? Do you have a trust? And many of them have said, no, I don't have anything. I haven't even thought about it. I don't want to think about it. But I tell you, you need to think about it. Because when you pass away and you have no will or you have no trust, it goes into probate court. And so those family members who should be taken care of through your estate, there needs to be a legal document saying what to do with your estate. Now, I realize that you're not a celebrity, and those of you who aren't celebrities also often make the same mistake of procrastinating on your estate planning early in life. If you aren't married and don't have children, it might seem like there's no real need to have a document saying what happens to your assets in the unlikely event of your death. Later on, as the responsibilities of family life leave you with little free time, even the need to provide for your spouse and children if something happens to you might not be enough to get you to take action, but you have to take action. For some, it's very simple. All you have to do is just a simple will. A simple will is enough to provide the certainty that necessary to ensure a proper disposal of property after death, or distributions of the estate. Even a short will from Franklin naming her 4 sons as her heirs would have made the singer's intentions crystal clear. Death is one of those things, I know, we don't want to think about it. But you have to. It's necessary. Especially if you have family members, a wife and the children you want for them to be taken care of. If you want to avoid the public spectacle of probate court, because it gets published in all the papers and everything else, so that debtors can attack the estate, then you can choose to create a revocable trust or living trust instead. A trust also leaves instructions on what to do with trust property after your death. But it does so without having to hold a probate court proceeding. So I know that even though that you're young, or even if you're middle-aged, if you haven't thought about putting together a will or a trust, make sure that your estate is taken care of, because you don't want to spend years and years in probate. And sometimes it even will go to the state if it's not documented. It's not one of those things that you want to think about, I know, but it's vital that you do. As a tax guy, I want to see that you guys are taken care of. I want to see that you've planned for these things and that your taxes, and what are the tax implications to your family members. So, we learned something for Aretha Franklin one more time. We learned through her music and how she lived her life. But we have also learned that it's very important to make sure that your estate and trusts, your wills are in place, no matter what age you are. Get it done. If you need to ask any questions on this, please send me an email at mlodge@lodge-co.com. And I will respond to you as quickly as I possibly can. And if I don't know the answer, I will find the answer for you. But go out there, think about it today. You have the weekend. Mull it over, but get your wills and trusts in place. This is Mike Lodge for the WBT. I will talk with you very, very soon.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.